with that. Feel me?
True. I don't watch them leads anymore because I've seen Minnesota come back from a 25-point lead, dog, and win.
No,
So
no, no. Yeah,
I don't be watching that lead shit no more. That lead shit is fake to me now. When it's 20s, like, don't sleep on that because that's what I said like 3 weeks ago, Monday. Minnesota was playing somebody, or maybe, yeah, I think it was 3 weeks ago. They was playing somebody, dog, and they was down by 25 points. Man, I looked at Mark, and I'm like, man, these niggas about to lose. This game's over. Mark was like, man, don't say that, man, because Mark was like, man, don't say that, because he said he watched a game the night before where it was somebody, I think with Utah or something like that, and Utah came back from 20. So he's like,
especially with the 3-point shooter in this league. I know some people have been talking bad about it, which that is a possibility. Like, obviously, some teams kind of go a little bit too hard at it. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? But at the same time, with people going with making that the main strategy, I do understand it because, all right, you don't always score more points. There's been like times in the league where the score has been up way more than the score now, even though you'll see like 120, 130, 145, shit like that. But there's times where, you know, the league average right now, I don't know exactly where it's at, but it's at a point where it's still above what it was in the kind of early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
And the thing is, if that team does get hot and they start knocking down like 10 in a row as a team or more, that could change the scale in a second.
Exactly.
So that lead is hard to really hold on to.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. There's a lot of teams that do abuse it, but then a lot of people feel like that's the easiest way to get back in the game. And don't get me wrong, sometimes it is, but sometimes getting working the baseline and getting a 2 works just as fine and getting a foul and just as fine as shooting a 3, though. Because sometimes you may not even get a chance to hit that 3. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, that's
especially if you're not a shooter like fucking Trey, if you're not a shooter like fucking Curry, if you're not a shooter like Luka, Jovic, like there's a lot of shooters in the game, but if you're not like a Jamal Murray, if you're not a shooter that's going to really like shoot from half court, though, sometimes it don't really make any sense, though. Like, and I think
I'll say this: if you are a good shooter, though, it does make that what we call the CNs, and we call those corner niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Niggas in the corner, Derek Fishers of the world. Remember that? Devin George, Ray Allen's, like those are like Robert Horry. Those guys are known corner niggas, where they were just snipers in the corner, where you couldn't necessarily go run at Kobe or the other star or the main star or whoever may be there. Ray Allen was the star, so like he was the corner nigga plus putting the ball on the floor.
Reggie Miller,
you know what I'm saying? But think about it, right? You're running screen after screen after screen, and then boom, you could just pull up and hit a 3 on you real quick.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So that's real tough to guard, especially when the team scheme is to get that person the ball. And another funny thing is, man, I had like a random thought. And it was like basketball history or whatever like that. But I was kind of wondering, like, I had to ask ChatGPT, but I had to ask ChatGPT, where would Klay Thompson rank in overall threes? Right now, he's 6 overall, right? If he never got injured. You know what it said? He'd be 2nd overall right now.
I mean, of course.
Behind Curry, definitely, like, there's basically on the average, he's minus 500 threes. So they were like, give him 500 threes that he would just average throughout the season. And he'd be in 2nd place at like 3,600 and like 3,600 basically.
I think since his injury, though, he hasn't been the dynamic player that he should be, that explosive player. And I get it. You know what I'm saying?
It's because I think it was because it was back to back too. That's tough because you're coming from one leg injury and then it hits another side of the leg the very next year as you're about to come back. So you never got to come back and have like, okay, I was just a year off and confident. You know, the league style is changing even more. You're getting more new players that you don't know about, this and that. It's a lot of things that change in just a drop of a hat. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So that's where when I see that with Klay, it just makes it like, damn, that's a crazy what if story where he was playing with Steph and Not saying he would have had a chance to like.
Yeah, but Paul George broke his leg though, and came back from that shit like it was nothing. Don't get me wrong, he's not playing to that.
No, but one side was an MCL, ACL, and then one side was like an Achilles. So like the Achilles is already 1.5 year kind of a comeback, and then an ACL, MCL kind of thing. That injury takes a little bit, but you can manage to come back, but it still takes like more of 8 to 12 months to really be back to yourself. You can get back playing in like 6 months if you're, a super healer. But like you said, he was balling in the off season, playing like, just an open gym, whatever. Looked like he was killing. Next thing you know, he did a move. Down goes Frazier. You know what I'm saying? It went pretty. It was just kind of fucked up when you really think about it. It was real fucked up when you think about it. But you know what I'm saying? It's just another week of Lately Season podcast, man. What up, world? What up, world? We're back. We got Clark and Richie in the building. One man down, but he's going to be back around to bring back the crowd. It is Clark and Richie on the Lately Season podcast. Thank you for joining.
Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up,
Thank you for paying attention. Yeah, man, but being that, man, it is going to be a crazy ending to the season. I feel like a lot of things are happening. We were, talking earlier about Jimmy Butler, man, and what's going on with the whole Warriors, and that has been looking pretty good, man. I think they're 14-1.
It looked like but it looked like they're playing the Denver Nuggets first round. That's what it looked like right now.
Matter of fact, I think they're playing them tonight. So that's kind of a big test in my personal eyes, just to see, because somebody brought that up. It's like, yeah, they've been playing well, but they've also been playing like the lower tier teams, ranking up wins, which actually in a trade deadline scenario I would want, even though it might seem somewhat false. You're getting confidence in wins.
What do you consider a lower tier team?
Teams that aren't making the playoffs, Wizards, Hornets, those guys with a gang of injuries, Dallas.
But everybody's beating the Hornets though. That's what I'm saying. Not like,
but that's why their winning streak. They're saying it's a winning streak. And the person who brought that up was I want to say it was Kendrick Perkins. He's the one that brought it up. And
does it really matter? A win is a win, nigga.
I do believe a win is professional players, dog.
And then to me, it's great practice. Like you guys are, because at the end of the day, you guys could have lost to these sorry teams, and then what would it say about you, right? But the fact that you're winning, it says a lot, man. And all you gotta do is just keep on pushing that same energy each and every time, and I guarantee it, right? When it comes to this playoff, it's gonna be a whole different energy, a whole different ball game, and it's practice, bro. It's not like you've been slacking off, like you just been chilling and giving these, and man.
No, I agree. I agree.
Kendrick be talking. Perkins. Like I said, man. I get when you're a sports analyst, you're supposed to say these things, but
and you end up talking a lot, kind of like shit. We talk a lot on this podcast too, so we're gonna get something wrong at some point, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is true. I would say the part I do agree is like, hey, we got to see them versus like a Boston Celtics, Denver, OKC, those type of teams. Those are to me like, and if they face like a Cavaliers team, those are the testers. But I also say those guys are handling their business too.
Yeah.
You're handling your business. You're winning the games you're supposed to, and if you're about 500
on a different game.
Yeah, like if you're 500, right, on facing really good teams, splitting the series every time, I say you're still a good team and you should be in runner-up for contention at least, right? Just because, like, if you look at it, it's like, all right, look, I beat Boston, but I lost to the Cavs. We split the series, but I beat the Lakers, but lost to Denver. You know what I'm saying? But
And you know who hasn't been playing either? Jaylen Brown. He hasn't been playing. I don't know if he's been waiting for the playoffs, but he's been trash lately.
yeah. I felt like his year. He's had a good year, but not like a year where
he's had an okay year.
Okay year by comparison of damn. You just came off the
yeah.
Finals MVP. I expected you to tear it up even more.
Pause.
You know, yeah. Pause. I expected him like just ball out just because it's like, all right, I was Finals MVP. I might go for MVP. I mean, they do got a lot of players though. Like,
I mean, no, he should honestly, but he's one of the leaders though. He's one of the best players on the team. Like, I mean, other than Tatum, right? And Al Horford is damn near old, right? Drew Holiday, right? He doesn't really go off. He doesn't go off like that, like balling, but he does put up points and has good defense. Derek White doesn't always have a great game like that, but he does grab boards and he does. He
did have 40 like last week though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's what I say.
Pritchard.
Yeah, that's what I say. They don't. That's why I say when it comes to balling, like he's a baller on the team. He's dunking. He's grabbing shots. He's grabbing rebounds. He's assists. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen that explosiveness. Maybe, like I said, maybe.
And I'll say this too.
They have Murray. They have disappointed me this season. Like I thought they would have been balling. Like, but maybe, like I said, maybe they're waiting for the playoffs.
You're right though. Like overall, I do think that by comparison of what Brown can do and what his capabilities are, I think he could technically give more.
That's what I'm saying.
On the floor, you know what I'm saying?
He's that last game against Shy. That nigga barely scored. That nigga had barely scored, dog.
Yeah, it looked like it was a rough time out there for him. Actually,
they was giving and if this is just a matchup off the playoffs, dog, them niggas is going it's a sweep.
Yeah,
bring out the broom for real.
No, that's a fact. I could agree to that. I could agree to that. Honestly, because all right, with Jaylen Brown, right? It's not like his full out disappointment because their team is winning. It's not like it's resulting into them losing. It's not like even an early season. It's not an early season Paul George thing either.
But imagine if everybody on that team was firing on all cylinders.
Oh, it's not even. It's blowout. It's a blowout every time.
No, they would be like it'll be blowout every time. It would be them in OKC.
They have the Hauser guy. They have the other 7'2" guy, the white boy. Not just Porzingis, but they have the other 7 foot. Cornette. Okay. Yeah. Luke Cornette's all right. He's not bad. That's like a pretty good. That's usually a pretty good backup center on any team. But you got Horford, who actually, all right, he's not the Horford all-star Hawks Horford, but he does have all that knowledge. He does play good defense, and that is valuable. And he takes smart shots too. He doesn't. It's not. You never see Horford doing something like fading away on 2 or 3 people, doing some dumb shit where you're like, damn, that was dumb as fuck. I've never said that in Horford's career, let alone any time in the past 3 to 4 years, realistically. Unless somebody makes it's usually you just made a good play on him, or he's just older and then, legs weren't quite there anymore, right? But overall, that's just a solid nigga that, hey, pause, yeah. But that is just a solid player that you could just have to, just a utility guy that really works perfectly for them. Because
he been balling too. Julius Randle, he been balling over lately.
And Julius too is another guy. Julius is like one of those guys that can ball, but it's like it doesn't lead to winning. But I think right now it is. I think they're gonna go on a little run in the playoffs. I think I think once they get there, I don't know if they're still in the play-in or not, but if they are, they got a chance. They got a chance to do this.
No, they got a real chance. They've been winning most of their games lately. Anthony Edwards been shooting lights out, and
he's been mostly shooting lights out all year though.
I mean, but that's why I said like at least 30 points a game, 25.
Yeah. Like I'll say this: if you have Randall, and it pretty much it comes down to, I don't like when they just call them the others, but all the other guys on the team that can actually play well. The same thing, like you said with the Celtics, if they're firing on all cylinders, it looks real different. You know what I mean? If you got DiVincenzo playing like how he played on the Knicks, if you have Randall playing like how he played on the Knicks, but obviously updated because you have Anthony Edwards, he's the man. Got to give him the ball. He's got to handle his shit. And then you got N'Keal Harris. They got McDaniels. They got Gobert. They got Nas Reed. They got a bunch of players where it's like, damn, this is a long series. This could be a long series. This can go 6 or 7 at any time. They're not really slacking on defense. It's just they got to make shots when they need to make shots, and they got to limit their turnovers from what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Speaking of, now that we're talking basketball and everything like that, since we just started off with it, man, how do you see the West unfolding? How do you see the East unfolding? Just like, let's say the top 4 or 5 teams on each side.
I mean,
if you,
I feel like the playoffs gonna be a surprise, like how it was last year.
It was kind of a surprise, though. I was not expecting Minnesota. Like, I knew Minnesota's potential. I just didn't think they were gonna
expect them to go
do it just off the bat, basically, because Gobert got there last year, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah, he got there last year, and just right off the bat, I was like, that was a whole lot
and
of.
They had Cat, but like I said, Cat wasn't really playing like that. I mean, he was playing, but I don't know. But like I said, man,
he had a couple big games. It was just people with Cat, like, you'll notice his bad games because it'll be at the wrong time. It's like right when somebody starts bigging him up or something like that, it'll be like, okay, he has a game where he just turns ghost. Now on the Knicks, it doesn't seem that way at all. And that's usually a place that if you fucking up on the Knicks, they'll definitely point that shit out in a second.
No, I heard Anthony Edwards kept cussing them out every time they lost.
That's what I said. I heard the same shit too.
It's like verbal abuse every game. You fucking suck type shit. Like, and you know what I'm saying? He just got tired of that shit. But I mean, step your game up, man. Like,
looks like he is, though. He's playing with Jalen Brunson. No,
Jalen hurt right
now.
No,
he's hurt right now, but like they've been winning. Like, that's the thing, right? I always say this. You have a good team, though, if your team can at least go about 500 without your best player. If you can go about 500 without your best player, that means your best players should, in a championship format, should get you to about when it's 600, or 700, which means 70% of the games, 60% of the games at least. That's where the real stars should get you. They should get you damn near 10 to 15%, maybe 20%.
Shooting guard. Anthony Edwards is a guard. He's not a shooting guard.
He's a shooting guard. He's a shooting guard for sure. Because Mike Conley's the point guard. And Ant-Man's Ant-Man looks like he's supposed to be like a 6'6", 6'7" guy, but he's only like 6'4".
And what's McDaniels?
McDaniels, I believe, is like 6'6", 6'7".
What is he, a power forward?
Small forward. So you have what they usually rock with. If it's not DiVincenzo starting, it would be Mike Conley, Edwards, McDaniels, Nas Reed, or Julius Randle, you know what I'm saying? And then Gobert. You'll probably see Gobert off the floor, depending on what they need to get, Anthony Edwards to the basket. So they may put Gobert on the bench in the fourth, like how they did him in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? I can see that happening. It's just one of those things. He's not necessarily like the greatest scorer of all time. You know what I'm saying?
But he's going to get you a block shot.
He's going to get you some block shots, though. So it's like, but then again, you have Nas Reed who can knock down threes and post up and do all that shit. He takes advantage of a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And could get 20 at any time. But yeah, like looking at the West, though, I mean, do you believe in the Warriors?
Yeah.
You think they could actually go on a real run?
Yeah.
I think they can too. If Jimmy, it's contingent on if Jimmy plays back to how he played in those 2 finals runs. If you got that, you got Curry to close. That's all. And I think that's just enough, honestly.
Draymond to step. Gary Payton Jr. Post. Got the heels. They got a lot of.
They still got Kuminga.
Yeah, they got a lot of weapons. They just got to be able to use it right.
Yeah. And that kid Post is good. You got what's the name who plays pretty good, Looney.
Yeah.
He'll get a bunch of rebounds. He'll keep a lot of plays alive. Buddy Hield is still there.
What other game?
Buddy Hill's still there.
That's what I say. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is a team. I'll give you that. Oh, let's see.
14-2 out of Warriors is 14-2 out of the last 16 games. That is not bad at all. That is damn near. That's good.
Yeah, some flawless shit right there.
That niggas is losing.
Yeah, I thought they would have been beating their ass down.
Crazy.
I ain't gonna lie.
What the hell going on?
It looked like they got the G League stars out there too. That's crazy. We're watching the Philly game right now versus the Rockets, and it looks like they're straight a gang of what they call two-way players, which they play in the G League and the actual league, and it looked like it's 55-36 right now. They're almost up by 20. That is crazy.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. Put a whole new squad on the floor.
I was gonna put I don't know if the Rockets are ready to actually win big yet, but I do believe in their coach. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about the Rockets? I don't think they're a championship team yet. I think they can win. I think they'll win a round or two, maybe get to the Western Conference Finals on some shit. Maybe.
I don't know. They were doing good. I don't know what happened. They started out pretty decent. Then after the playoffs, they started. I don't know. But like I said, man, everybody has they run. Everybody has their time. You know what I'm saying? It's just, what are you willing to do with it, man? Are you gonna show out, or are you gonna, you know what I'm saying, bullshit with it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, out of everybody, the clear-cut team that is obviously ready for a run is the Celtics, right? That's like the easiest call. They fire all cylinders, beating everybody's ass. It's just over with. They're healthy, 100%. They got it. Now, another team that can actually pull something off if they get hot at the right time is the Bucks. It's all about matchups. On this one, like this playoff series, this whole playoffs NBA series right now is all about matchups.
I mean, I heard they might change. They thinking about trading Giannis.
I mean, shit, they traded Luka. It's possible.
And they're trying to get rid of Durant too.
See, I don't think the age difference though. I don't think it would work out for them actually being able to pull that off. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, no, they said they're looking to trade Durant after the season.
No, they definitely are. The Suns is definitely gonna I think he's It looks like him and Budenholzer so far ain't like it looked like Budenholzer has to play him basically because he's scoring far too much, doing too much for the team. But it looked like he don't agree with like nothing that nigga says. It's been like 2 weeks and they had 2 different like caught on camera incidents where it's just like, fuck out of here. Blah, 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 blah. Just him basically marking out Budenholzer. You know what I'm saying?
Why he be doing that?
Shit, I don't know. I mean, it's all right. It's kind of hard to say because KD does have 2 rings. Budenholzer got 1 though. He's got 1 with Giannis, so it's not like he's not a championship coach. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Kevin Durant is decorated, so there is some.
Yeah, he be crying a lot though. That's my thing, dog. Nah, and then it's like, damn, your team don't want you now. Who the fuck you gonna go to? And then when you get tired of that shit, who the fuck you gonna go to? It's like this shit is coming. This shit is becoming like the Kanye rant though. That's what it's becoming like.
This is why when he wanted to leave the Nets, I just thought he should have stayed because just leaving the Thunder, we all kind of got it right. Leaving the Thunder, maybe niggas like a lot of people weren't fucking with him going to the Warriors, but that still was great fucking TV. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want, niggas are still watching it, right?
No, it was great.
It was great to watch. You know what I'm saying? So and they got 2 rings out of that. Damn near should have probably 3-peated.
No, it should have been a 3-peat, but Draymond got ahead of himself.
It wasn't just that. It was the injuries, all that happened that time too. It was the Draymond thing plus the injuries.
Yeah, but Draymond got ahead. Listen, if Draymond could just hold his temper just a little bit though. You know what I'm saying? Niggas would have been 3-peating it though, 4-peating it.
KD got hurt and Clay got hurt. That was a wrap. It was a wrap after that. It was just Curry. It was Steph and it was just Steph and what's the name and Dre at that point in time. And Steph was letting off the gas a little bit, obviously, with playing with KD. You know what I mean? So just to ask him at the last series in the fucking season to turn it back all the way up, it's kind of like, damn, I ain't had to go crazy yet. But now this Steph Curry, who had to carry this type of team for a couple years now, that's why I say they got a chance to actually do a run. Nuggets still in my eyes, they got a shot if Murray's actually,
if Murray plays well, they got a shot.
If Murray goes to playoff Murray and they do that pick and roll shit whenever it's like necessary. You ever notice that like shit goes bad? Hey, Murray and Jokic pick and roll every time.
Because other than because if I ain't gonna lie, if it wasn't for Russell though, they would have lost a lot of games.
Yeah. Russ is like a Bruce Brown on 10.
That nigga's holding that team together, though.
Yeah, like Russ, shit. Like when you think about it, them niggas lost Caldwell Pope and fucking Bruce Brown, and that's like really a big deal when you think about it.
Yeah, because the other nigga hasn't been playing. Aaron Gordon, he hasn't been playing like that.
He hasn't been playing like that. So Russ has been picking up the slack on both of those niggas' rebounds that they left.
Yeah.
Damn near they're scoring. Like, obviously those two probably got a little bit more points per game combined, but you're damn near getting that. The assist wise, he's definitely handling that. So it's pretty fucking close. Like Russ just alone, and this is an older Russ, you know what I'm saying? This is not like a young Russ who was just killing it like that. This is a lot older Russ, and he's still holding it down. Like, I always thought like with him playing with LeBron, I was like, that's too much of the same shit. That's like Jimmy Butler playing with the older Wade and Rondo. That's not enough space for this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I went out, and I'm like, you got Pat Beverly, you got niggas that really like if Russ was playing with what the Lakers have right now. You know what I'm saying? Even if Luka's there, Reeves there, that's way more shooting than them niggas had when it was going. You feel me?
Sure.
Like way more.
Sad.
That shit was horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now my top 4 contenders is I'm gonna go Golden State, Lakers, Celtics, and then probably Thunder. Those are my top 4.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, those are my top 4 that like.
Nigga been hitting this nigga's second 3 in a row. I don't know who he is.
Know who the fuck that is either. I told you it's a G League All Stars, dog. 76ers got the G League All Stars. Yeah, man. But you've been paying attention to what's been going on in the music industry, man. I know you got something for me, bruh.
It's basically, Playboy Cardi dropped that album.
Oh yeah.
He's still signed with A$AP Rocky.
Did you take a listen yet?
Nah, I ain't listened to it.
Yeah, I still haven't had time.
There's 30 tracks, but I ain't listening. I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, academics said it was great production. Everybody that listened to it said it was great production. There's a song that Young Thug had on Slam Live 2, I guess, that he took Gunna off and put Ty Dolla $ign on it. Playboy Cardi hopped on the track and then he put it on the album.
So he took Gunna off.
They said he expected to still sell 250 the first week.
He took Gunna off.
The most streamed album right now. But I mean, he ain't dropping like years, so I see it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, why he put so many songs on there?
I mean, it's the most streamed album, but remember he hasn't dropped in years, so I could see him. You know what I'm saying? He has a cult following. Niggas.
Yeah, but not everybody can actually get numbers like that and just like not put out shit. You know what I'm saying? But he is one of those guys that wasn't putting out shit, but was still touring with big things like
And he was dropping
Rolling Loud.
He was
You know what I'm
dropping,
saying?
yeah, he was dropping music every now and then, so he was staying relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like he was staying relevant in the mix in the media, so it wasn't like he was totally falling off. You know what I'm saying? He was doing. You know what I'm saying? So he was.
I think a good warm up was who was it? Him and he had something with Don Toliver, right?
You dropped a whole bunch of songs. Like
Yeah, he had some. I think he had some with Don. I think he had some with Future and shit like that. Those were all the warm ups. You know what I'm saying? He was in the video with them. I think it was him, Future, and Travis or something like that.
Yeah, he had a track. He had a track on Future album.
Yeah, so
then he had another song where Kanye produced a track with somebody else that he did it at a gas station that did like numbers when it dropped. So
he was warming up. Like
yeah.
that was a good way to just like, all right, look, I'm back out here.
He was in the media for fashion, so he was, you know what I mean? He was still out here, you know what I mean, making his name, his presence he felt. So I felt like I said, he gonna sell. That's what he do. Like his shows, whatever. That's what he does. He sells. Like there's no going against that. You know what I'm saying? One surprising feature that I did see on there was fucking Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I say. Like
yeah, I heard he was on it was one song or
one song.
Okay, yeah. I heard he was on there. I wasn't expecting that really, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you are gonna pick who's the most one of the most trending guys out there right now, it's definitely him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
after a Super Bowl run,
you can't diss. That's what I say. You can't. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't diss Drake for doing what you're doing, right? You say Drake ran to Atlanta to get buzz. What you're doing? You ran to Atlanta to get buzz. You put Future on the track. You got Future. You hopped on Future track, and then you hopped on a Playboy Cardi track. That's Atlanta right there, bro. Like
this is damn near. It ain't 50 Cent and Ja Rule or nothing like that, but that is the same exact tactic that 50 did.
That Kendrick is doing. That's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's not crazy. And then UMG filed a motion to dismiss Drake lawsuit, citing that the reason why he even did the lawsuit in the first place was because a diss track that he lost, and to a diss track that he lost, he just feel embarrassed about it.
I mean, that was always going to be the angle. Like that honestly doesn't surprise me at all. You know what I'm saying?
So like,
just realistically, like if you're UMG, right? You've taken care of Drake all these years, whatever, and you got another hot artist that they doing the beef, right? You put, hey, I'm gonna get you 1 million streams on each side. The rest is on y'all, whatever it may be. You can ask me for this, you can ask me for this, but I'm just up front. I'm gonna give y'all 1 million streams each, and then whatever happens from there. Whatever tactics y'all need, y'all just ask us. We'll just do it. You know what I mean? So you can't be mad. Like realistically, you can't be mad if his team asks me for better shit to handle this shit. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, if both of y'all signed under me,
yeah.
I would first tell you probably don't do it. But money wise, shit, if y'all want to do it, you know what I'm saying? It's only gonna make us more money. It's going to make you more money. It's going to make you more money. Whatever, right?
Because at the end of the day, somebody got to lose, right?
No, for sure. Somebody does have to lose in the battle, for sure. There's never been like it. There's questionable ties in my eyes, but for the most part, people don't really want to call ties. So they're going to pick a side and go with it, right?
Decide where to go.
And then and that's where it goes. But not to go too much on a rabbit hole with this Kendrick and Drake thing. I would say, yeah, it definitely doesn't surprise me just because, just for the simple fact, right? That's the easiest defense. The people already has been saying that in so many interviews, so many things. So like, you could put up, you could have the lawyers pull up every podcast, article, all of that, and say and get their opinions and just start swaying. At least you could sway a jury. If it's not going to get thrown out, you could sway a judge and a jury because of that and say, yeah, he's just salty because of that, this and that. And for one, that makes UMG still a viable label to go to. Even if they were to settle out with Drake later on, if they were playing something shady or whatever, their public statements are, hey, yeah, he's just salty that he lost, dog. You know what I'm saying? We're here for the artists.
Jalen Green not playing? Niggas can't be go. That's why them niggas losing.
Yeah, probably so. Probably so. We can check right now, see if Jalen Green is on the stat. Oh, no, he's in.
He's playing. He only got 5 points.
Yeah, he only got 5. He's not doing well. He's got the ball in his hand right now. It's the twin. Well, no, I thought it was the twin game. No, it's not the twin game. Other Twins on the Detroit. But yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, I think this thing's going to end up getting settled out. I don't think it's going to get thrown out. I think they're going to end up settling, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's going to come to a mutual
benefit. Same thing with what iHeart did. It's going to be some type of deal where Drake gets some type of benefit, and UMG is basically going to tell them, shut the fuck up about it. No songs about it, no interviews about it, this and that. And that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Yeah, I see that. That's how that's going to go. Now, is Drake going to re-sign with UMG? I don't know. I think he might go Sony. But he just had like a light taste of working with Sony with him and Party Next Door. So I'm not sure how that's, I don't know. Like, I can't predict the future, but if I had to guess, I think he's going to Sony. And I think that's how that's going to be the next, the later years in Drake, the Drake 24 Kobe years. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 50 and Ross is.
The boys got blackheads. Nah, that's a forever beef. That's goddamn Luke Skywalker versus goddamn Darth Vader right there. Them boys been going at it for years. But I guess, I don't know if Ross was trolling, but I guess he just is finding out that he was the only person that survived the 50 onslaught. Yeah, because 50, when you think about it, he's taking out everybody in his path, right? For the most part.
Yeah. But the reason why he ain't really, the reason why he ain't really win against 50 is because of the lawsuit. If it wasn't for if 50 would never win a lawsuit, he would have been winning. But 50 is, I mean, if Ross ain't winning a lawsuit, but in my eyes,
I thought the music wise, I thought Ross was getting a lot of good responses off the music. People was definitely playing all the diss tracks for sure. I was in Tallahassee at the time. A lot of people, white people, black people. I'm talking about.
I'm just talking about in general, just the overall. But I mean, and overall, 50 really winning. And I think just surviving at this point. Ross, you know what I'm saying? No diss, you know what I'm saying? He's not losing, you know what I'm saying? Because he's still a well-known celebrity. He's still, you know
rich.
What I'm saying? Yeah. He's still got
rich. These niggas is talking rich talk when you think about it.
Yeah.
This nigga was doing this shit, trolling him on a yacht. On his yacht, by the way. It's not just any yacht. He has his own yacht that, when you seen the pillows on there, it wasn't like a service or anything like that. I've actually passed by his same yacht a couple times. The nigga's been on there about 3-4 times. I've seen him on the same one that has his MMG shit on there. That's definitely his. You know what I'm saying? It's not a stunt. I haven't seen nobody else ride it. You feel me? So I'll give Ross that. 50 obviously is winning in a lot of accolades. So right now, especially in the entertainment business, I'm not even gonna compare those two when it comes to that right now, because when you got top shows like Power and then
movies,
and you got movies, BMF like that. When it comes to entertainment, 50 got that part so sealed and signed, sealed, and delivered, right?
Big facts.
But I'll say this: Ross has definitely made some nice moves within whatever he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? The franchises that he's been getting into, right? The car show is actually doing pretty well. Got to give it that. It's at his 4th annual one. I've seen that. I don't know if we looked up the prices back then, episodes ago, but he was charged. I think the average price is like just to get parking, this and that. You might end up spending like $500 to $750 starting.
And then the
Just, you know what I'm saying?
True. Very true.
Like obviously they might have other people that's doing a party bus and you can work your way to lower the price, but just to have your car and pull up and park is already, you're paying like $250 for parking or something like that, plus the ticket. Plus, you know what I'm saying? So like I started looking at that. I'm like, damn, this shit is kind of up there. So then when you start counting everybody there, you're like, God damn, hold on. And then I could minus off maybe 10-20% of people that, you know, invited to make the shit pop, and then some vendors. But after that, that's a super win. It's all on this fucking lawn. Nigga ain't even have to go nowhere when you think about it.
No, for real.
At the end of the night, all right, see everybody out. I'm just gonna go to my room and go to sleep, nigga.
He shot movies there, so
yeah, the movie industry's definitely been over there. They use this place, different spots in the houses too. All they got to do is have a set designer come through, change some shit up. Because I'm pretty sure like he has one wing for him, and then the other wing is probably all business. Like what else do you really need? Like I need 10 rooms max. There's like mad rooms in there. Isn't there like damn near 100 rooms or some shit like that? Rumored to have.
Yeah.
So I only need 10. The 90 can be sold off.
For real.
The rest of the 90 could be sold off, rented off. It don't matter. Like not that I'm doing a B&B. I don't need to do all that, but for sets and movies and big shit like that, you're getting a nice check. They there to do their job and leave.
And Ross was also saying that nobody shouted out Free Dirt at the Rolling Loud concert.
I ain't gonna lie. I can tell you why you're not gonna get too much free dirt, even though he's an incredible artist. It's because when you see, you know what I'm saying? When you see like, damn, it was another artist that was popped, you know what I'm saying, based off of that, possibly, and it's federal. It's not just a state thing. That makes it a whole lot different. If it was like, hey, California State Police is telling Miami PD to go pick him up and bring him over there so he can get charged in California.
You said because it happened in California?
No, I'm not. It's not necessarily that. He's dealing with the feds, right? So since he's dealing with the feds, it kind of changes up the free dirt thing, because it's like, damn, you seen that? Plus, niggas got video of them dudes pulling up on, you know, Quando, and somebody actually died. It kind of changes it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I think like the ignorance of it has changed a little bit too, because niggas was saying free tax stone for a long time, and that died out, especially after he got charged. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Like over the years, I think people just got a little bit smarter with the free a killer thing, possible killer at least. He, you know, innocent until proven guilty in my eyes.
It's drugs and racketeering. It's a whole different story.
Yeah, I think the people were saying free Young Thug because obviously he wasn't, even though it's like a same kind of murder for hire kind of thing, it wasn't necessarily all the way proven. And it was damn near 12 years ago. Dirk's thing was like a few years ago. Songs were exchanged on his side mostly. Definitely a lot more than...
No, they had... Young Thug and Wife Gucci was making... Listen,
no, I'm not talking about that. I was talking about with Dirk's thing. Okay. Like, that was more one-sided on the song part too, right?
I mean, I think they was both taking shots, but he was taking. I think what it was. I think he was taunting
The
a
taunting.
lot. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I think he was taunting a lot, and then with I think what made it worse was was him kept going back and forth with the FBG deducting. You know what I mean? Not really letting that die down. You know what I mean? And because he didn't let it die down, every chance he got, you know what I'm saying, it was a song about that, and you know what I'm saying, smoking on a dead pack, and I think all of it just leads to like, and I get it. That's the life you come from, but even Chief Keef had to leave this shit, right?
Yeah,
Even
Chief moved over to California. You ever heard nothing bad really happening since like that? No, what it was bad. Bad.
even G Herbo moved out of Chicago, so that's what I'm saying. Like after a while, bro, like everybody
This
leaves.
shit was just a dumb scam. You know what I mean? Like him being jammed up was a dumb scam, but it wasn't like any street shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah, but what I'm saying, he still left Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree.
And that's my thing with this.
I think Dirk left Chicago, but he didn't like leave the lifestyle of Chicago. I personally think ever since it was like him getting that song with Drake, and that was like one of the biggest pandemic songs out. Besides, it was like what him and Lil Baby song, right?
Yeah.
Like I would say you had, and he had a great run during the pandemic, a great run. Like I was like. Dirk was turned into a superstar at that point. In my eyes, I was like, damn, this guy is like going to be heard everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So
it's really just him putting the hits on niggas. I mean, allegedly putting the hits on people, if that's true.
Yeah.
And then I think you just got too big for your britches. Like, and I think that's what it is.
And
like,
plus, yeah, it sounds like it's a second time too. It's not like it's not like it sounds like it's the first time. It sounds like it's the second time, and you're taunting both of them.
Second, it sounds like this is a continual
thing, possibly. You know what I'm saying?
You a habitual murder.
Oh yeah. And then there was some shooting in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Like so,
the shooting in Atlanta, that got you off because Vaughn died, so they had nobody to charge.
Exactly. So like,
because he was supposed to go to feds for that, and he was on probation for a long ass time for that shit.
So you don't think the feds are like, hold the fuck up, dog? Like, you keep just skating and sliding and gliding.
We gonna watch you.
We're gonna watch the fuck out of you, and we're gonna get you. Like that's personally what I think this was after. Like,
and the fact that you putting shit in your I ain't gonna lie. All of that shit, and nothing should leave a paper trail. And this is what I don't understand. Like, y'all niggas watch these gangster movies, right? Rap about all this gangster shit, but then be doing dumb shit. Like, you're not supposed to leave no paper trail. And I get it, right? In 2025, I'm sorry, it's damn near hard to do that, right? But at the end of the day,
impossible.
Yeah, it's almost impossible, right? But at the end of the day, though, you could have had you could have just went to the fucking BT Awards, dog, and just kept it as that, dog. It ain't had to be no on-site drama, dog, right? Y'all didn't have to go rent no, you know what I mean? Like all in the company name, bro. That's wild.
Yeah.
Like you can't get traced back to the company, man.
And definitely that's already a serious mistake. And then, like I said, now they got you to where they can just keep tagging on all the old shit that they wanted you for, probably from the jump, anyways.
And then just you got nothing but you just run around. And I get it, right? Everybody that's rolling around is a felon. Ain't nobody in that motherfucker just got a good record, dog. Like they gotta be. I ain't gonna lie. These niggas gotta change their way they do stuff like that. I hope Pooh Shiesty make that change. I heard he in a halfway house.
Yeah, I was hearing that too. Shiesty in a halfway house. If that's true, that is definitely what is up, man. I know he did some dumb shit down here, but at the same time, man, he was definitely striving for a really great run, like a life-changing run, you know, financially, you know what I mean? To where it could have been generational, possibly.
No, fact.
Like, I think he could have really, just because I heard some of the other songs, other styles, even if it was hard, like gun shoot 'em up, drug songs or whatever, there was still some good concept songs that I heard. Like the Neighbor song to me, like was hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't think he was necessarily talking about anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, man, it's cool. It's fine that if you like, all right, you already proved that you tough. You could still have like the tough songs. You don't need to act on it no more. Have your security. You know, if you get pissed off at something, just clear the scene, dog. Just leave. You feel me? It's just like, nigga, say fuck you and just get up out of there, my nigga.
Because I ain't gonna lie, it's really the Robin situation that got him jammed up, and then they just started pulling up his whole life after that, dog. Like, you've been doing it since you was 12. Da da da. So you know what I'm saying? So it made you look like you was a fucking menace to society, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Just
obviously the music
like,
doesn't help it, but I'm just saying, like, that's why I was just like, all right, hey man, you had some Gucci S type music. You know what I mean? Like I said, we like to hear it. We just don't need you to actually go to jail so we can't hear it. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Like, to me, it's kind of like the baby almost. You had somebody that ran up on you. You already proved that you needed that you held your own, and I don't really see you going at nobody for no reason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I don't see him going at niggas for no reason, in my opinion.
True.
Like this nigga for the most part, it'll be like, all right, if you coming at me, I got something for you, nigga. But other than that, I'm chilling.
True.
I'm chilling. There ain't gonna be no stress, no drama, nothing like that. So that's why I can respect at least, you know, that approach with how niggas do they shit. And yeah, and anyways, it was in LA too, so I don't know how many people are fucking with Lil Durk in LA. You know what I mean?
True. In broad daylight.
Like realistically too, on top of that, I don't know if that bill had mad Chicago niggas doing their thing.
And then at the end of the day, it's like,
or mad Atlanta niggas doing their thing.
They can also get you with like public something, like public, I forgot what the word is called, but trying to entice, like public endangerment, dog. Like, because you did it in traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're talking about the hit?
Yeah.
There was a lot of people there. So it was at a gas station. That was definitely public endangerment.
Yeah. So
that's at least a minimum. Like,
so they could get
firing I mean, first of all, you're in California, so you're not supposed to. And most people aren't supposed to have guns anyways in California.
And then even if they say that, they could say that, yeah, you don't directly have nothing to do with it, but the record label is under your name. You're part of the record label, and the money has to come from somewhere because these niggas is not filed under the record label. Only you are.
No, and then on top of that, you took a private jet where you possibly could take guns on it and bring your blick. You know what I'm saying? That's
you rented cars in the company name that did the hit.
So like,
supposedly,
it wasn't that. It's not like, not for nothing. Like, it don't take a rocket scientist to put it together. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially that you're like kind of making the song. You made the song with the sounds of the reactions and all that too.
Yeah.
You know, you putting yourself in a place where you kind of keep D'ing yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a tad bit.
Yeah, you making your whole shit hot just by
like
just by, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't keep that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Young Thug did that too when he made that song about Wife and Lucci, when he's like, yo, pop up and shoot at your mommy house. Now they don't mention me or something like that. But and then when that shit actually happened, it had his mom in there, his baby mom in there, his.
But did he say that before or after? He said it after, probably, right?
While they was beefing.
No, I'm saying he said the beef during the beef, obviously. But I'm saying, did he say that
after it happened?
After it happened, see, that's the problem. Like, if you say some shit before it happened, be like, okay, how the fuck you? I didn't think that shit was gonna happen. I was talking some shit. You know what I mean?
But that's one of the things that had used in the trial.
Nah, and I did hear about that, but I didn't know he actually said. See, that's the thing. These guys are saying shit,
and they were going back and
forth.
And they were going. And one thing I didn't realize, that these niggas were going back and forth for years. So most of the songs they was making, they was going back and forth for years, but niggas ain't really realize, because it was niggas just thought they was just making a song. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I said That's why I said That's why, man. That's why I say, man, these kids can't be taking this shit too seriously or too, because these niggas be rapping about real shit, and you be thinking, you know what I'm saying? And or something they may have done. But that's why I say the game has changed, because back then, 50 Cent, you know what I mean, or and other niggas, they did shit, but wasn't really rapping about it like that. As soon as they do it, they rapping about that motherfucker, dog.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
There's no statutes of limitation with these niggas, dog. Like, at least nigga did something 10 years ago, dog. So you can't really catch a nigga. I mean, you can catch a nigga on a murder charge 10 years ago, but certain shit is a statute of limitations for it, right? But these niggas, they want to do it do it the same day and hop in the booth, and you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and shit, 50 was talking this shit, but it was never like, he would never talk about something that was active. He said many men wish death upon me. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really like, and he said some shit that was already in trial, done, finished. Niggas was already done up and dead. You know what I'm saying? It was over with.
Like Jay-Z, where he was rapping about coke, he wasn't moving coke. I mean,
yeah, like
after a certain while, like he was just rapping about the shit he used to do, like. And that's what I'm saying. Niggas will be moving bundles and still rapping about moving bundles.
Yeah, no, you gotta be.
And they wonder why they get caught up.
As soon as you start rapping and putting yourself on the screen, personally, in my eyes, you already retired. But especially when that first like million or a couple 100,000 views start to hit, I say just the first couple 100,000 views in my eyes. That's even if you're under that and you're consistently getting 50,000, 40,000, you're now retired of whatever street shit you done. In my eyes, it's like, dog, tell me you can tell me your old stories that you done. Fuck it, it's war stories, nigga. Like, yeah, like you can make it sound like you're active in it because you've lived it at one point, or shit, you're around it. You know what I'm saying? So shit, if you're the nigga on the couch sleeping at the trap house, you can easily tell a story, rap a real good story that
exactly
you were the nigga selling the shit because you literally watched the nigga whip the shit up, waking up because you hear everything going on anyways.
And the only thing that really work right now is pimping, right? And I'm not saying in a bad way, because pimping is legal in Las Vegas and certain other places. So there's other, like Sauce Walker, he's a known pimp, so that's what he raps about, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not glorifying it, but shit is legal in Las Vegas, so, or certain other places. So it's like, so it's like that's what these niggas is rapping about. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Or if you got an OnlyFans model, because Lil Pump had that shit at one point. You know what I'm saying? So there's different ways to make the money in here and still rap about it and do your thing. But once you take
plus like there's obviously origin stories, because like the higher up you get and the more money you got, you're probably not, if you're smart, you're not surrounded by that shit. You're not living in the same areas that you were before. You know what I mean? You're not really pulling back. If you're really smart, you're not pulling back up on the block like that. Unless you're doing some charitable shit real quick and you're popping up, hey, we giving out turkeys, or we get, if you're from the hood, giving out turkeys or book bags for school or some shit, hey, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you don't really need to be just pulling up for the barbecue every fucking time.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard this rapper say on Bass Swag. You know who Bass Swag is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was on.
He used to rap with and Diddy's son.
Yeah.
I remember him. That's at least first introduction for me seeing him.
Was Diddy's son.
Yeah, I met him over at Rolling Loud in Miami though. He's actually really attentive and like, hey, you make sure if there's media around, he's gonna make sure he shakes everybody's hand and all that. He's really like trained on that. I gotta salute him. However far he goes, man, he definitely works for it. But yeah, go ahead.
I mean, he was on I think Justin LeBoy or whatever, and he was like, man, when I pull up in the hood, I got $1 million worth of chain on, all kind of cars, and Justin LeBoy's like, what? Why you pulling up in the hood like that? He's like, man, because I could. And it's like, bro, that's not even cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even safe, nigga. Like,
yeah, that's not. It's not fully safe like that. I know you guys, you ain't got to pull up to the hood. You can tell your boys from the hood to pull up on you, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm going to be going out here. I'm over here, man. Just pull up.
I get it. You know,
that's fine because that's more limited. Like, hey, I'm going to go pull up to this one shit over out here. I want the homies out there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to go get
facts.
Hey, I got an appearance over here. So, the club's gonna give me like 3 or 4 bottles, nigga. Obviously, I can't drink all them shits myself. Pull up.
No, facts. And I do get shooting videos in the hood and shit like that, but at least have some security though. Like, I mean, as much as you think these niggas could line you up at any minute though. Like, at the end of the day, dog, it's not like you come. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it, right? If you come back to the hood and you give him back, 9 times out of 10 they probably won't. Right, 8 times out of 10 they probably won't because you're looking out, you feeding the streets. You know what I'm saying? You pulling up. You know what I'm saying with food trucks. You know what I'm saying? You making sure you model the neighborhood a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're doing things to make sure the neighborhood flourish. So I get it, right? But there's other people that ain't really doing shit, but just want to pull up and just hang out in the hood to show off. Like, what kind of shit is that? Niggas don't want to see that shit. Like, I don't know, man. As I get older, man, I'm starting to realize, like, none of that shit really excites me. Like, none of that shit is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's it. Like, for the most part, and like I said, back in the day, I could kind of get it, but I never got it why niggas want to go all the way back. Like, to shoot your videos, to rep where you from, obviously you came from there. Niggas shouldn't really be pressing you on, hey, you never back there. Nigga, I was born here. I lived here, nigga. You can't change that. Nobody could change that in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, you could go back and do things.
If you go to any of these yearbooks of what are the schools I've been around, that's proof right there that I've been in these been in this area for a good little minute. You know what I mean? Just off of that. Just that's niggas gotta be a lot less insecure and more secure with themselves when it comes to that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the fucking problem with some of these rappers is like, nigga, I'm from here. Nigga, I went to this school. Nigga, I used to go to this mall. I used to hang out over here. I know this person who still lives out there. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's okay, like, once in a while, if you're just in some low-key shit and you drive around your shit real quick, as long as you're like not in nothing too flashy, you know what I'm saying? I want, like, crazy part is you could possibly be in a Maybach truck. As long as it's not tricked out, you can actually get away with that.
I mean, and tint that motherfucker out.
Yeah, no, obviously you tint it out. But you know what I'm saying? Like, a Maybach truck looks like a regular Benz truck, like, just driving by. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to look at the sign and be like, oh, shit, that's the Maybach. All right, okay. You know what I'm saying? But you would just think it's a Benz truck and, like, BMWs and Benzes and German cars, they don't change for every.
Oh, you put my thing on the tag?
Wait, no. Hold up. Pause.
What time they start? 9:27.
30.
Pause.
Please hold.
folks. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that little parking technical difficulties. But we back in this bitch, man. Yeah. So what were we talking about? What was the last thing that we were saying?
Totally forgot. I'm not gonna lie.
About that, yeah, that I was thinking about that parking. I had to make sure you were good. I'm good until Tuesday, so yeah.
But yeah, I forgot. I did.
Oh wow. Was it 50? Was it 50? No, we were talking about just niggas is always pulling up back in their head with bass swag. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Back to what we're saying. Yeah. With that, I would say, man, and like I said, I got to speak with bass swag very briefly, but from the brief time I got, man, you could just kind of temperature check in a small portion amount of time. He's a lot smarter than a lot of just ordinary rappers, I would say. But
he grew up under I think Joel Santana, not Joel Santana, and Jim Jones, and Slow Bucks.
Okay. So he's definitely well versed. And if you've been around Diddy and his son, this, and then now you're with Cash Cobain doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's actually
I got the whole sound going on.
You got the slizzy thing going. Like, hey man. I know New York has like their own little factions and little drama that they got going on, but I personally think he should just sidestep all of that. You know what I mean? I think what was it, Lil TJ or something like that? One of his peoples they had problems or something like that.
I mean, he kind of fell off though. Lil TJ, he ain't really been making music to me like that.
Yeah, he usually has some solid music too. But I feel like a lot of people try to like copy his sound a little bit too. So
and I think plus him getting shot and taking some time off. You know what I'm saying?
That does happen, man. I mean, it's realistically, you don't know how bad it is. Where if he's got to wear like a fucking colostomy bag and not, you know what I mean?
He been wild. Remember, he been wilding out in the media at the bowling thing at the boxing match in New York. He spit on the damn security, and he got kicked out. So he been wilding out. Him and Offset been going back and forth in the media.
Yeah, I've been seeing that too.
Offset had called him. He had called Offset broke. Because I guess he had let Offset borrow some money for some gambling, to do some gambling or whatever. But
you could.
And Offset was like, "Yo, why don't you just pull up so we could just
run the fade, get down." I don't know. Like that's the thing. It's money. Like that shit comes and goes. Like I don't understand what people are like. Oh, you broke this and that. It's like, no, he probably gambles too much. Obviously, the whole Migos is kind of known, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, fucking Takeoff got taken out, right? Based off of alleged gambling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he wasn't even in it, apparently.
Yeah, he wasn't even gambling.
He wasn't even the one gambling. Do you feel me? So it's like, yeah, they're known for gambling, and I would assume Offset.
Lil Baby lost $10 million off of gambling. That's why he said he had to stop.
And I think that was also part of the drama too with Lil Baby and Offset and all that.
Yeah.
Was based off of gambling. You know what I mean?
Nothing good comes from gambling.
Nothing like if there's anything I am gonna say, Offset, stop gambling, my nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think you broke at all, personally. I just think you probably just spent too much. Probably was trying to run it up. And motherfucking, you just happened to
money from
you were getting spanked at the casino that day. It just the house always wins, dog. You feel me?
Correct.
So like, I just think it was one of those moments, in my opinion. And then looking at that too, these niggas, man, dog, just be like kind of. I mean, honestly. Like I said, do I think Offset is broke? No, because there's there's obviously the Migos checks that he's still gonna get from them replaying music and whenever you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be
that's
more
forever money right there.
Yeah, that's forever money. Like it's gonna be even more than fucking because Joe Budden say he gets 20 stacks. I don't know if it's a year or a month or whatever, right? For pumping up, and that's how many years later. So you multiply how many songs they got, even if you're splitting it up by 3 and label, he's still getting more than the 20, right? He probably getting a couple hundred.
They still got a couple party songs that can still work.
Yeah, so like he probably getting a couple hundred. You know what I'm saying? Maybe under M. Definitely probably under an M. If you're splitting it with 3 ways, I'll say probably under M, right? But that's just coming to his shit right there, no problem. Him doing the show, he was on a couple, like that fashion show. He was on a couple shows that, you know, would be on like YouTube TV and shit like that too. So he'll get paid from that. And then him pulling up to do a show somewhere and all of that, you add that up, he making probably like 2-3 M's annually. You know what I'm saying? So he just probably got a poor spending habit. I've seen it. I've seen artists do that up close and personal. You know what I'm saying? Like just poor spending habits. Some niggas got great spending habits where they're like, nigga, I ain't buying that shit. Nigga, da, da, da. I'm gonna keep this. Da, 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 da. And, you know, I've seen that, and I've seen the other side. It's like, nigga, I'm about to spend this shit like I'm only got 24 hours to live, nigga. You know what I mean? I've definitely seen that out in real life.
What time they gotta work?
What
time they gotta work?
Shit, almost now, but you know, I'm gonna get them in about 15 to 20, and then we shut it down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Oh yeah, what's next on the list though, my boy?
6ix9ine house got raided. They found in West Palm they found drugs and took his DNA sample. And
was he still under probation or he was off?
I don't know.
I remember he had to go to jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had him in there, and I thought he was like completely free after that because he was with Diddy in jail.
Yeah, but this is recently though, like earlier this week. But but they found guns and drugs. He said it wasn't his, and supposedly took his DNA. So I don't know. They might clone this nigga.
Damn, this shit got raided. That's crazy. I ain't gonna even hold you. Like, shit. You would think, like, for him, you know, being a public, like, first ever nigga that was snitching, they would give him a little bit more leniency. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Comedian Tracy Morgan had to be wheeled off the court after throwing up and suffering a nosebleed at Madison Square Garden.
Oh shit!
This shit. Justin.
Oh shit! Think he was too saucy, or you think that might be some type of medical shit?
I don't know. They say he had a throwing up a nosebleed as well. You gotta pick one. You can't have both.
Yeah, that seems a little bit more medical than anything. I've never seen somebody throw up and have a nosebleed at the same time. The same time. And it's not like this nigga's. If you were to say, "Yo, he's in Denver," I'd be like, "Okay, you know, mile high, thin air." I've seen I personally seen my brother's girl. Like, she was like, "Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting kind of dizzy. I can't." Like, we were skiing and all that. All of us were skiing and I was snowboarding at the time, and she was like, "Yeah, damn, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting kind of dizzy." You know, I was like, "Yeah, take a second, you know, cool off, you know, drink some water if you need to." We are wearing layer of clothing too on top of that, you know.
It's crazy.
Even though you're surrounded by ice and all that, those thermals, those real thermals with the real snowboarding stuff and the skiing gear, yeah, you can actually be sweating under all of that for real.
What ended up happening to her though?
No, she just drank some water. I mean, she eventually got out of it, but it was like a little 5-10 minute, like, hold on, I need to chill for a second. You know what I mean? That was it. But that's why I was like, yeah, but he's just in New York, and your niggas is used to New York. You feel me?
Damn, they just caught a fucking Florida high school basketball coach arrested on Charges for involving sex-related charges involving a minor.
Oh yeah, hey, you know what?
Nigga went to Nova.
Yeah, hey,
nigga
I heard about this story. Yeah, I literally just heard about this story.
For real?
Yeah. Yesterday I was at the this. It's not AAU, but it's a travel basketball league, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the refs were talking. It's like, yo, you heard about him? He knows. They know that this nigga's pops.
They know him.
They know this nigga's pops and him. Like, he used to play basketball, all that shit. Like, they were breaking it down. Like, yeah, he got caught up with like a minor, you know, one of the from the team. And I was like, oh man. And then I told him a story. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Shit, that same shit happened with. I ain't gonna call him my boy, but I back in the day it was my boy. You know what I mean? We played like middle school and a little bit of high school basketball together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he was coaching Everglades. Same shit. I was like, nigga, what are you doing? You know what I mean? When I seen that shit, and I randomly seen him. Like, this is probably like maybe going on almost 9 years now. Not from that charge, but just 9 years from when I last seen him just randomly walking. Like, he was walking, but he was like, I don't know. It was like in one of the back roads around here or whatever like that. I was like, the fuck? I just drove by. I didn't even want to say nothing to him. I was just like, nigga, you got to do better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy, though.
That's I was like, because I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been on bus rides talking shit about, you know, bitches our age and shit like that. But, nigga, what?
Put it back on. Oh, yeah, we can't even watch that game up here.
Oh, no, I could still put it on, though.
Nigga, then niggas done came back.
Yeah, dog, that's fucking crazy, though.
90-17, that's crazy.
Man, niggas is messing with minors is like the.
No, that's wild. I mean, you're 29 years old, though. There's no reason why you should be fucking with a 16 or 17-year-old, though. That's wild.
Yeah, that score is out of pocket. That score is out of pocket. But nah, that statement too is right on. Is right on. Fucking is on point though. Like, nigga. You're a coach there for a reason. You're supposed to be trusted. You go through background screenings, fingerprints, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, all you got to do is just do the job that you saying you do. Get in there, be a good role model, and get out of there. You feel me?
I mean, but why you gotta be? I mean, that's what I'm saying.
And plus, you down here, like if you
no teachers,
not even that. You at Nova, so like the university is like right there. There's all the bitches right there. If you really want to, if you really want,
don't even mix work with pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's for one. You know what I'm saying? Two, shit. I even seen some college girls like recently. I was like, y'all bitches look dumb young. You know what I'm saying? Just in my head, I was just like, y'all look like just minors still in my eyes. Like, that's how I personally see y'all. Just not trying to be like on some old man shit, but I'm just like looking at the features and looking at the face. I'm just like, y'all just look like jits. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Jits that just could get in here. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I'm out.
That's crazy, man. These niggas gotta stop it.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a cold hard fact, man. Like, I just can't understand how people just necessarily even could get down and do that. You know, he's probably gonna have a whole lot of hard time up in there, up in the cells, anyways. You know what I mean?
He got bail, $50,000.
That shit. Either way, the rep, whether it's true or not, now your rep is ruined. Period. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like,
you can't even get a job nowhere.
Like, hell nah. And niggas is always gonna look at you funny. It's like, man, what's the like? You got to really think that one out. I don't see how niggas don't really see. You haven't watched Catch a Predator, nothing. You feel me? Like you can't just look at that and be like, yeah, I'll never fuck with a just let that run through your head before you let anything else run in your mind. You feel me?
I ain't gonna lie, that show was crazy too.
Oh, hell yeah, that shit was definitely wild. I was like, these niggas meeting up with young ass girls trying to do some shit. Like, man, listen, that's out. That's fucking out. That's why I just always was always like, nigga. Even when coaching, I was like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be around y'all fucking kids. After a while, I was just like, I know I'm telling them good shit, but I'm not really trying to be around y'all kids like that. You know what I mean?
That shit is wild, dog. I can't believe that nigga. 24, 29 years old, dog.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, you not. It's not like you. I wouldn't even shoot much of a 19-year-old bail. But even if it was a 19-year-old, I'd be like, okay, y'all at least only 2 years away.
Yeah.
I could maybe say, dog, yeah, why ain't you going after these college bitches or something? But that's a catch weight where I can maybe shoot some bail. Like, dog, you 29. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like there's plenty of you're at a perfect catch weight where you still can catch young college bitches. If you wanted to get a younger bitch and she's graduating from college, you can catch that bitch. You feel me?
True.
You can catch any of them bitches. Like that would have been fine. Nobody would have batted an eye. If he was trying to get at a 24-year-old, nobody's saying shit. You feel me?
True. But the fact that you just that's wild, though.
That's crazy. He could have easily got any chick.
Anybody, dog.
And you down here too. So it's not like that's another thing too. Like when I hear about niggas doing that shit down here, I'm like, dog,
nigga could have went to the strip club, dog. He could pay for it at the strip club.
Nigga, there's so many choices down here. Like, dog, for one, you said an option, right? Mm-hmm. You could have just paid for it real quick if you just needed that.
If it's that serious, yeah.
It's like, all right, I need that real quick. All right, bang. Could have paid for it. That's option. That's an option. You can go out and just meet one, go into Wynwood or any fucking social meeting place too. All the girls' moms is probably looking at you if you anything worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? They probably looking at you anyways. One of them fucking moms is probably divorced up and
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So you could have got at a mom. You could have got at
older.
the older sister that's just supporting her younger sister and dropped her off there. You feel me? Like
somebody, dog.
Like, yeah, that sister that's 24 years old, 20, you know what I'm saying? 22, shit, you're 29, 22, niggas still wouldn't bat an eye like that. They'd be like, whatever. But niggas still wouldn't really care like that, in my opinion.
But the fact that 16 and 17 is crazy. And niggas gotta stop that shit.
Man.
Damn. Pelicans is
that's a crazy age gap, dog.
They came back.
Oh shit, see? Oh yeah, that might be more interesting, honestly. Right there. Yeah, shame on that nigga though, man. Like, yeah, they were talking about him like with mad disappointment. Like, man, he's like, you know whose son that is? Yeah, that da son. You know, old black.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. I'm like, oh shit. For real? You know what I'm saying? Now it's on IG. So what news source was that on IG?
Baller Alert.
Shit, that nigga made Baller Alert. That's crazy. That's past local news. That's damn near national. That's internet national news.
I mean, he was also he was also on TikTok, all over TikTok too.
Damn, so you about to be in jail after this if you're found guilty, which is probably, you done got the full media run on you now. It's not probably, even like
police by your door, your parents.
Oh yeah, and then just the local news, WSBN 7, this and that. Like, damn, dog, that turned. That's pause. That's deep. That is like, just think about it, dog. You're on Baller Alert, dog. You're on fucking Baller Alert messing with my nigga. How, like, if you gotta go to jail, how do you fucking try to escape that?
Because it was like, in the past month, it was like, there was a lady at Stoneman Douglas that called in a threat. There was another lady at Coconut Creek that spit on a fucking security guard. She got arrested. Then it was like 2 kids who beat up a teacher. They got arrested. I don't know. Shit been violent.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I knew a nigga that beat up a teacher before.
Mm-hmm.
It was my homeboy Angelo back. Yeah, this nigga, I ain't gonna lie. This nigga was like 6. I think he was like 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
But just he looked like a mini, like how LeBron was looking in high school.
Yeah,
but 6'1".
Crazy.
So you could imagine how that fight probably went.
Played out, right?
Just whooped him. Ended up getting expelled, but then he got expelled or suspended for the whole year, but then ended up getting to come back. I don't know how he got to pull that off, but that nigga Angelo, that nigga fucking. It was funny because it was like, I've known him since like middle school, and it was always big as fuck, but niggas was just always scared of him. Me and him just always was cool. I was like, I don't know why you scared of a nigga. Like, you should only be afraid of a nigga like you knew you said some slick shit or this nigga's like on some shit. But if he on some bully shit, you just get at his ass first and just let him know real quick.
For real, what it is.
Like what it is and what it ain't gonna be. This ain't gonna go how it's gonna go. How you think it's gonna go,
real, right?
And that's it. Once the nigga see that you ready with that, he ain't gonna. Most niggas ain't just natural bullies. I don't really see that or hear about that going on. Maybe you do because you have kids, but do you ever hear your kids talking about bullies out there?
I mean, I don't think bullying kind of changed now, but I don't really hear it as much. I tell my kids not to do it. I don't like it, and I don't feel. Damn, that was nasty. I don't like it, and I don't feel like nobody should be made fun of because everybody go through something different. You know what I'm saying? Especially after growing up and, you know what I mean, as a kid and being that kid that didn't have them shoes and being, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I tell them, yo, don't be doing none of that.
Nah, I'll be saying the same shit. Like, unless it's like, you know, it's a homeboy and it's just a natural roast session. I never was like on, like, just you're random as fuck and you're gonna get these random ass, like, I'm just hating on you for no reason.
Real,
you know
right?
what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna hold you. See, I ain't say the joke, but if you said something funny, I ain't gonna lie. I had a laugh, but I'll be like, you still fucked up though. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would still let the person know, that was fucked up what he said though. But still kind of funny, but it's fucked up. Like,
every kid grew up had crack sessions and sometimes you would lose and sometimes you'd be the one getting cracked on. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different. But what I'm just talking about, like,
but like that's a mutual engagement though. Like, I could, like, when people do the little roast sessions and it's a mutual like back and forth, that's not bullying. I can't call that bullying because both of them are going back and forth with it, and the crowd is having fun with it. The crowd, which is possibly mostly all your friends, so nobody should feel away. You know what I'm saying? It should just be laughs and you keep, and then you just move on, right?
Facts.
But like, you know, like actual physical bullying,
picking on somebody
or just
because, you know what I'm saying, they you know what I'm saying, just because you have
or
because you feel bad
weird,
about yourself,
or like, oh, this kid's weird. Like, yeah, we all know this nigga weird, but like, you ain't gotta like go up and tell the nigga.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
you know what I'm saying? You could give them a hint or tell them something else like, hey man, hey. You should try it. You ain't gotta like necessarily tuck in your shirt and show the belt. You know, if you ain't got a fly belt, like, you know what I'm saying, you could tell them in so many different ways on getting fly without just poking fun at the man straight up. You don't even know him. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Nah, big facts. Big facts. There's this dude I knew back in the day. He was homeschool. So when he finally came to school, he was kind of like weird, but Like I never really made fun of him. There's other people that did it, but you know, I kind of kept it cool with him. You know what I'm saying?
No, I knew kids that were homeschooled that pulled up to the school and shit like that too. I was definitely like, yeah, y'all ain't gonna be like on the quickest timing, but I would ask them questions about homeschool. I'm like, yo, so like, the hell goes on at homeschool? like you gotta tell me. I've never even heard the option. Like I've definitely learned at my house. So that's the whole thing. Like literally, when I'm reading books, I'm going to tell my parents what the book is about, and da 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 da. That's the whole thing. Like that's what it is. They're like, yeah, basically, and then you're home. So it's not like you doing the drive there and drive back.
You just don't have no social connection. That's the only thing I don't like. Like,
yeah. That's you definitely gotta. Like the one way to kind of start getting it is like you got to put them in like some type of team something. You know what I mean? That's like one way to get it. You know what I mean?
I knew somebody that he was just hanging with his cousins, like his older cousins, and going out and shit like that. So he didn't really develop no. You know what I mean? No.
But I say if you got like if they're involved with team sports, that's a way to start. They should also definitely be in some type of after school shit like that you could kind of wiggle your way into. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, man, he's homeschooled, but he need to interact or she needs to interact with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know how to be able to talk to the opposite sex just as a normal person. That you just as a normal
being,
just interaction. Like, hey, how you doing? Fine. This is not just normal shit. So yeah,
I agree.
I gotta put you in them situations. If I'm raising you and I'm homeschooling you, and we got like one of the best tutors or teachers that's independently doing this, while we're giving you education, yeah, you're gonna have to can't just be your family that you're just interacting with because that's a different level. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
In my personal opinion, y'all arguments is y'all know each other from. It could be from showers all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Like. So that's a different type of y'all going back and forth, but you don't know this person. You need to kind of be able to read the room, those little nuances, like just read in the room
and be able to know what's going on.
Just maneuver that room.
That's facts. I agree.
Yeah, but the homeschool, I'm almost positive you're learning so much more. You know what I'm saying?
True. On
the educational level. Definitely learning way more and executing on probably a way faster level than kids going to school. But you definitely can't. Yeah, you can't replace what that social skills is because that's
true.
It is like, especially if they're going to be in some type of workforce or anything like that, or in some type of office setting or something like that. School is definitely the precursor to all that shit.
No, big facts. I agree.
It really is. You got to show up on time. You got to do your work. You know what I mean? You got to communicate when they want you to communicate with your other people, work in different groups to get the job done and all that shit. It's literally set up for you to be in some type of workforce, or if you go independent, you're setting up that same situation anyways.
True.
You feel me? Shit, what is next on the block, man?
Next thing on the block is just Rolling Loud and supposedly Cassinet got dropped from Cassinet probably supposedly got dropped from Nike.
I did hear about that
for busting in on filming a 16-year-old kid.
See, I never got to pause see what that fucking was even about. You know what I'm saying? But I did hear. And
they had dropped a statement saying like they not really involved in them type of dealings and stuff like that. Niggas is crying.
Oh, okay. Shit. Well, we'll call it early then.